Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Spiro Toys Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Primal Series Wave 1 Silver Weapons Loot. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Weapons Loot. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. And it's not for you if you're under 14 years of age. On the front, Spiro. Nice big window showcasing all of the accessories in the pack. Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole. And don't play with this if you're under 14. On the bottom, Made in China print, a barcode, small fine, legalese, find us here kind of stuff going on. On this side, knife leaf print, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, Spiro Toys on the other side. It's just more of the same. And then on the back, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, Spiro, nice artwork of Monkey Boy. I don't know what his name is. Collect them all, Primal Series Wave 1. Warm the stuff up before you move it. www.awok.fun. And warning, attention, and all of that. Don't stick things in any language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't do it. I know you're tempted, but don't do it. That, my friends, does it for a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the accessories, because, well, it's an accessory pack, so no figures. Not yet, anyway. So, first up, we have, this is the, I guess, the silver pack. And, you know, got some nice paint app going on here for the metal pieces. And then just brown for the handle part. And then some more metal at the pommel of this. And I have to say, it does have a bit of more modern aesthetics to, you know, the axe head. So it's not a very medieval kind of design to it. But it's a cool looking piece. I don't dislike it. There, some assembly is required in this pack, so here you have this staff, which, you know, I thought at first, oh, what is that, a walking stick? No, it's not a walking stick. It does join up with this piece. And you just get it in there real good. And then, again, you see that nice paint out. And all these metal pieces kind of match up, except for the shield. So, and then, again, it's probably molded in this brown plastic, and you can see nice wood details there in the handle, and then again that paint app for this nice butt end, I guess. But kind of a sword spear kind of thing going on here. So anyway, very cool looking. And next up we have these like battle hatchets, throwing axes. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Again, molded in this brown plastic and nice wood there. That sounded weird. So anyway, but nice detail for the wood grain at least. And then, you know, again, the metal parts kind of have a more modern-y look to them than medieval. It's like from this piece down, it's medieval looking, and then the blade is kind of a modern, more modern looking design. And there are two of those. Then next up we have one sword, kind of like a scimitar looking sword, and it looks pretty neat. And it's probably molded in this brown color, and you can see the details there for the handle wrap, and then paint app again for the pommel. And I said silver, it's not quite silver, it's, I don't know, maybe bronzy. And then here's a big dagger of sorts, and it looks like, you know, there's like some jewels or something that might go in there that are missing, I don't know. And then again, it's probably molded in this color, and you can see some details there in the handle. But then again, the blade looks kind of cool, kind of like a Gilhibben knife, if you're familiar with those. And then next up we have a revolver musket type weapon. It kind of reminds me of a blunderbuss, but more revolvery. And you can see it's got these nice paint apps on it, and molded again in this color, I do believe. And nice wood grain texture there, and it's got a little trigger there. So this is very cool looking, and I think it kind of fits in with the rest of this stuff. And then lastly, we have this shield and the face on it. It could maybe be a stylized ape. It could maybe be a stylized cat. So they left it a little ambiguous. At least it looks that way to me, so that you could decide which faction to use with it, you know. And it's, you know, lots of nice molded details in here, and the face looks pretty cool, and it's got these, you know, weapon slots, I guess, where you can poke your weapon out past your shield. And then, you know, we do have some nice molded details here on the inside as well. And we have this piece right here, and it can pull out, as well as the handle. The handle pulls out as well, so you can, you know, swap either way. This piece is for, on the figures, they have a port in the back similar to G.I. Joe, and you can take the handle off and post that into a character's back. And then not only is that removable, but, you know, you can move it different ways, so they can hold it like that, or they can hold it like that, or, you know, so, or they can hold it like that, although that would be an odd kind of choice. So there you have it, my friends. A look at the accessories. For final thoughts on the Spiro Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Weapons Accessory Pack, I'm going to call it silver because I don't think there was a differentiation in the name of the two packs that I got. But that's what I'm going with, is the silver weapons pack. And I have to say, it's kind of a cool idea, but I don't know really where they're going with this aesthetically. You know, when I first looked at the stuff, I was thinking more medieval going on, but some of the designs on these weapons are very modern looking, especially when you look at the blades and the blade designs and some of the etchings on the blades, that kind of thing. And then, you know, you're moving even further ahead from medieval times when you're looking at this blunderbuss type musket looking revolvery weapon. So I'm not familiar with the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom lore, so I'm not sure what those beings are supposed to be technologically, but it seems kind of like they were going maybe for a bit of a Masters of the Universe type aesthetic, where it's a combination of sword and sorcery and science, or science fiction. And you know, that's really all I can say about the designs on these weapons. Now, as far as I think they can be used across multiple lines, if you know that's your thing. And you know, I think they would fit in with Masters of the Universe. Maybe not Mythic Legions as much. They're not quite fantasy enough to fit in that, at least to me. You know, that's my opinion. Your mileage, of course, may vary, but you know, I'm not sorry that I bought these. I do like them, and I don't want to make it sound like I'm hating on this stuff. It's just, I guess it's not exactly what I was expecting out of this pack, even though I knew, you know, from the pictures and stuff that it did come with a gun looking deal. So there is that. It's just a little, I don't know, maybe I need to familiarize myself with the lore of this universe a little more, and maybe that will help me understand a bit better. But that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content, or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.